Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson Football Channel for your second video of the day. I've decided we're completing Chelsea's transfer window today. I'm going to give my thoughts, my feelings, and we're going to make the perfect ending while still being realistic to this transfer window. The perfect ending looks slightly different to the realistic one, but actually, when we take a look at the Chelsea squad 23-24 depth chart that I posted a few weeks ago, if you do want to go back and see that video, I don't really advise it because things have changed since then, but this is how it looked at the time of me recording that video, and this is how it looks now. We've got a new goalkeeper. Goalkeeping position is done. I think the centre-back positions are also done. We've got changes that have been made there. It's the midfield that still looks a bit weak. And when we move further up the field, you can see here that we ended with at least two players in both the left wing, cam, right wing, striker position. But I do think as a result of potentially injuries and also interest that has come in from Chelsea in certain players, that the window could make this squad look very much ready to challenge for the Premier League top four at a minimum. I also did a video talking about how Chelsea can win the league, not if, how, I said. If you want to check that out, I will leave a link to that in the description because everything I said in that video still stands. You can also see here that on the current depth chart that we have with the way the Chelsea squad looks if we don't sign anyone else, we're still going with a full 2-3-1. I think that is Pochettino's favoured formation. I think it allows us to kind of squeeze out what makes Pochettino such a good strategic tactical manager. And with the playing personnel that we've got at the club, specifically in wide areas, players that like to cut inside, players that have got an abundance of pace to be able to involve other players at the club, I think this is the best way to go. So we're going to start with the obvious one when it comes to a signing that we think is going to happen, we want to happen, and we're borderline desperate to happen at this point. Moises Caicedo is player number one to complete Chelsea's transfer window. We know this because at the moment we are starting the Premier League season probably against Liverpool on Sunday with a pivot of Conor Gallagher and Enzo Fernandez. And as good as Gallagher was in the final pre-season game against Dortmund in a pivot, Caicedo, he is that profile. He's that guy. I don't even know if I need to go into so many details here on GBFC within this video to express just how Caicedo fits into this Chelsea team. But we will anyway for the purpose of this video. Enzo Fernandez has kind of been waiting for someone to pull the lever on his Chelsea career. And I don't mean pull the lever to like drop him through a trapdoor and sell him and say goodbye, it was never going to work. No. What I mean with Enzo is pull the freedom lever. Pull the lever of allowing Enzo Fernandez to be a creative outlet for Chelsea in the final third. And in order for us to do that, he needs to be defensively supported. And as much as I think the defence at Chelsea will end up probably being the thing that we talk about the most come the end of the season of being a success, you look at the depth we have in this squad, you add Caicedo into that, which we've done here for the graphic, and that midfield position, there starts to be options there. But you can also, as a result of signing Caicedo, see that potentially there is room for another player in that position. We move into player number two, and I want to talk about Dusan Vlahovic here, because Dusan Vlahovic is realistically one of the strikers and one of the only strikers at the moment that Chelsea are being linked with. We've got the stories circulating about David Washington, who is 18 years old from Santos, who Chelsea are looking to buy. This is going to be to send straight out on loan. We've also seen Chelsea have wanted €30 million rated Eli Wahi, another striker from Montpellier, who was also rumoured to be sent straight back out on loan. So these are players that Chelsea are buying for the future. We understand as a club at the moment there is a development strategy for young players where we're either going to buy them in to create the pathway to the first team, or there's a talent pool of individuals that Chelsea could probably sell for profit later down the line. Vlahovic isn't in that category. He's still young. He's 23. Don't know why, but he looks older. And it kind of seems like he's older, but he's only 23 years old. So it fits the profile age-wise of the kind of squad that Chelsea are looking to buy. and build, but at the same time, at 23 years old, he's had experience playing at top clubs. He's got Champions League experience. He was at Fiorentina, where he was absolutely menacing in Serie A, moved to Juventus, and I think anyone who's playing under Allegri is kind of setting themselves up for criticism and not really being the kind of striker that we know that he can be. Another interesting point about Dusan Vlahovic is he kind of fits the mould of Nicholas Jackson in the way that Jackson likes to drop deep, he likes to involve other players, allowing for runs in behind and making Chelsea a force not only from the wings but with the inverted style that Mauricio Pochettino likes to adopt. So, with Vlahovic, I think tactically he is a really good option to do similar things to what Nicholas Jackson can do. Also, as we said in the news video earlier today, if there's any way that we can get rid of Romelu Lukaku at this club, Dusan Vlahovic, if Chelsea can negotiate with Juventus to make this sign-in at around 30 million, maybe I'm warming on this one. I'm slowly warming on it because of the Nkunku injury news. And I think by this point, we should have some more clarity from the club on the official information about this one. It's been leaked, it's been reported. But from what I saw, I believed those reports when I heard them because it does look as though Nkunku probably won't be ready at least to start the season. We've heard that Pochettino does want another striker. And I don't think we're talking about Poch wanting another striker to just see two of them go out on loan. He wants somebody for now. Because Armando Broja, he's not properly senior, and there's links with West Ham. Maybe Chelsea sell Broja, and if we do, maybe another one of the youngsters also fits in this squad for this season. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments down below. The third player that we're going to discuss here to add significantly more depth to the right-hand side is Michael Olise. Olise is being rumoured to be a player that Chelsea want to particularly go and play in a central attacking midfield position. The good thing with Olise is he's an option here, both in the central attacking midfield area and also on the right wing. He's got a brilliant final ball delivery. He's got the ability to make something out of nothing. And quite frankly, when you look at the French contingent of players that Chelsea are building here, a right side of Olise, Gusto, backed up in the middle of the defence by Badia Shield, Disasi, Christopher Nkunku when he's back fit, playing in that number 10. Chelsea are not only here getting chemistry, and I'm not using that in a FIFA sense, but you're getting players here that would like to play together, playing at a young age, who could also be doing it for France as well. Not that that is a deal breaker here. Olise, I think the price point that Chelsea have as well is realistic, and that's what I've tried to be in this video today. You know, of course, like we love Lionel Messi on loan from Inter Miami because he's still bagging free kicks every game, but we're not going to get that. It's not going to happen. So, Michael Olise, he's not going to be able to start the season for Chelsea because he does still have a hamstring injury that will see him miss the start of the season, be that for Palace, City, Chelsea, wherever he goes. But I think depth-wise and walking into the Chelsea Premier League squad, Michael Olise would be that guy. The fourth and final player that I believe would complete Chelsea's incoming transfer window. There's obviously still players that we want to sell. If Chelsea want to splash the cash this summer and set Chelsea's midfield up for the next 5 to 10 years, if you sign Romeo Lavia this summer as well, which at the moment, Liverpool, we have to talk about Liverpool in this conversation because Jurgen Klopp desperately wants Lavia as his defensive midfield reinforcement. If Liverpool get Lavia, then I really think they've got a squad capable of challenging for the Premier League. Lavia, Southampton have been adamant they want 50 million. Liverpool, within negotiations for players, we always know, once it gets above what they're willing to spend, they remove themselves from the deal. That's their policy. So Chelsea, we have heard all summer that we are still wanting Lavia. We're still talking internally at Chelsea Football Club about signing Romeo Lavia. So, if you add Romeo Lavia into this midfield and you've got Enzo, Lavia, Caicedo, Gallagher, Santos, Chelsea have got depth here. We have got serious depth. We've bought Ugo Chukwu in as well, who's likely going to go on loan. Lavia's done it already in the Premier League at Southampton. He's only 19 years old. The future of Chelsea's midfield there is absolutely set, then you can tick off midfield depth, defence depth, and even attacking depth here. Chelsea are building something special under Maurizio Pochettino. There is still so much conversation about Pochettino is still ready to spend money. Chelsea is still ready to spend big money this summer. And, okay, let's say 90 to 100 million for Caicedo, 50 million for Lavia, 35 million for Olise, probably 30 million as well for Vlahovic. That is a massive outlay for Chelsea, with already Gusto coming through the door, Disasi coming through the door, Nkunku coming through the door, all the players he bought in January. It would be another massive Chelsea window. And I know that hindsight is wonderful, and it never works like this. We thought we had a really good squad at the start of last summer. We didn't. Our manager was gone in the middle of September after a dismal night in Zagreb for Chelsea after that defeat. So, hindsight's a wonderful thing. But when I look at this depth chart now for this Chelsea squad moving forward, there is serious quality, serious depth with a serious manager who can absolutely get the best out of these profile of players. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. If you want to see the Chelsea news video from earlier today where we break down all of the latest headlines regarding Chelsea on this Tuesday, be sure to go and check that video. I'll put it as a card or link in the description. Hit the like button if you did enjoy this video, and if you do enjoy the Chelsea content here, make sure you're subscribed to GBFC, because there is plenty more coming your way every single day. Come on, you Blues.